Hope you have seen my last video on compound interest. I tried to make you understand the basic concept and gave you some examples also, the application of those concepts. So moving on to the same lines, today I will discuss exercise 2C and 2D. The little difference between the language of A, B with C and D, otherwise the concept remains the same. So starting with exercise 2C, question number 1, 2, 3 all are same. Now in this exercise you have to find the rate of the principal given. For example, in previous till now you have not found the rate, but in these questions first you have to find the rate, then the original principal without using formula. Just remember children, in this type of sums you will get either interest for 2 successive years, successive means one after other, or you will get amount, or you will get principal. The only thing is it should be for 2 successive years. If it is consecutive years, then you can't take this formula which I am going to explain you right now. And in all the questions you will get successive only, so don't worry about that. Successive means one after other. 1 year, 2 year, 3 year and so on. If it is 1 and 3 year, that is consecutive, but if it is 1 and then 2, then 3 year first or second, then it is successive year. Okay, starting with the question. Question number 3 of exercise 2C. We'll go through it. The question is very simple. A certain sum amounts to rupees 5292 in 2 years and rupees 5556.60 in 3 years. So it is 2 years and 3 years, and obviously it is successive. Interest being compounded annually. So first what I want to tell you in this exercise, find the rate of interest. This is first time we are going to do it, but it is very easy, trust me. As I have done on the board, please come on the view. Difference between amounts of 2 successive years. I have taken the bigger amount, that is amount of 3 years minus amount of second year, and this is my difference. And what is my formula to find the rate? It is difference upon first amount into 100. First amount means the amount for 2 years that has been given. That amount you have to take. Difference upon the first amount. Whether it is 2 years, whether it is 1 year, the first amount you have to take, which is given in the question. Or in place of amount they can give principal also, and in place of amount they can give interest also. You always take the first one. So difference over first amount into 100, and see I have already done it. After doing the calculation I will get 5%. Please you do all this calculation in the rough column and be very careful about it. Then there was a sum, find the original sum. Now I have to find the original sum without using formula. So let the sum be rupees X. Since 5292 was the amount for second year or for the 2 years, so you will find the simple interest SI1, or you can say compound interest for first year, then amount, compound interest for second year, then amount, because amount in the question has been given for 2 years and 3 years. So you will go for 2 years. SI1, then A1, you know how to do. Then whatever the amount for the first year will become the principal for the second year. You already know that. So this will be P2, and again P2 into R into 100 into 1. You will take time unit wise. You know that time to be taken unit wise without using formula. Amount 2. In question, the amount 2 has been given to be 5292, but by formula you found out to be 441x upon 400. Since both of them are the amount for 2 years, equate them, and that will give you the principal for your original principal for this question. You can write in the beginning, let's sum, you can write principal also if you want to, as they have asked in the question, means one and the same thing children. So sum be rupees X or principal be rupees X, and this is your question, one of the very very important sums for compulsory as well as choice section. Then come to next type of question which I would love to discuss with you is question number 6. Other fourth and fifth are same, and you know where to send your doubts. Geeta borrowed rupees 15,000 for 18 months. Certain rate of interest compounded semi-annually. Please underline this. Question number 6, page 38, exercise 2C. Please underline this line. Rate of interest compounded semi-annually. Semi-annually means half year. Half yearly, and then 2 half years, that too in successive form they have given. One is 15,000, and he says that if the end of 6 months means first 6 months, the amount is to 15,600. So you have amount difference between the amount of 2 successive years subtracted. First you find rate. So rate will be 600 upon the first 15,000 into 100, that will give you 4%. But children, one thing new I would love to discuss here, that it was given for half years and you have to find for full year. Don't forget to multiply the rate which you have got for the half years into 2, because you always have to find for full year. And 1 year has 2 half years, so you will multiply by 2, and 4 to the 8%. This step is very, very important. Be careful about it. Then they have asked you to find the total amount of the money that Geeta must pay at the end of 18 months. At the end of the 18 months means you have to find next 2 halves. One amount you already know, 15,600. This was after first half year. So amount will become principal for second step, that is SI2, 15,600 into 8 into 1/100, and that will be 624. You please calculate it. And amount will be principal plus interest, that is A2. This A2 will become P3, that is principal for the third year, as I have already done. This is 8 into 1/100. This is compound interest for the third year. Again, amount for the third year will be, or amount for the 3 years will be, to add the principal with the interest, and that is your required answer. Please children, don't forget to write R, rupees, because they carry marks. R carry marks, so be very careful about it. This carry marks. Now question number 8, page 38. Other questions are same, and you know where to send your doubts. 8,000 is lent out at 7% compound interest. Question number 8. 8,000 is lent out at 7% compound interest. At the end of the first year, he returns 3,560 rupees. So you know what to do. This type of sum I have already discussed, but once more I will do it with you. 8,000, 7% compound interest for 2 years. You see children, SI1, 8,000 into 7 into 1/100. Since time was 2 years, I took 1,1. 1,1 I took. So this is for first year, SI1, 7 into 1, 560. So my amount is principal plus interest, that is 8,560. Please put rupees here. This is P. It should be P2, but there is one condition also, that amount 1 will be after return, because after first year he has returned 3,560. So you subtract 3,560 from 8,560. That will give you the final amount for the first year, which will become the principal for the second year. So rupees 5,000 is the principal for second year. Again the same method, 5,000 into 7 into 1/100. Calculate the compound interest for the second year. This will be 350. So compound interest for second year is rupees 350, and compound interest for first year is rupees 560. They have asked me to find the total compound interest. The total of compound interest, I have already told you, either you subtract the original principal from the final amount, or you add the two interest. SI1 and SI2, this is 560 and 350. This is 910. This is your final interest which he has to pay for the 2 years. And what is the amount due? He had taken 8,000 and 910 extra he had to pay, that is interest. So total amount to pay off the debt is 8,000 plus 910, that is 8,910 rupees. So be careful about this question. This is again one of the very, very important sum of compulsory section. Section A, children, be careful about it. Then come to question number 9. Again it is a question of depreciation. And depreciation I have already discussed with you. It means decrease. Decrease means after you find amount, you have to minus it. Minus the interest. For example, they have given that the cost of machine depreciate by 4 rupees. Cost of machine depreciate by rupees 4,000 during the first year, and 3600 during the second year. You know that, for example, as we buy a mobile, as the time passes, the value of the mobile decreases. First year it is 10,000, next year it will be 5,000. Similarly, here they are talking about the machine. So difference between two successive years. You can write difference between values of two successive years. Value of machine of two successive years. That is 4,000 minus 3,600, 400. You know how to find rate. Rate will be difference upon the first one. First depreciation was 4,000 into 100, and that will give you the rate of depreciation 10%. I hope you followed. Then they have asked me to find the original cost. See, SI1, this was first year depreciation, and if I take the rate, original cost to be rupees X and 10% is the depreciation, so I will get X into 10 upon 100 is equal to 1. This is my first value, but according to question, my first value is 4,000. When I equate them according to question, this will be X is equal to rupees 40,000. This is also value after first year. This is also depreciation after first year. Both are depreciation after first year. You can say value of the machine after first year, that is depreciation of the first year. Both are that, so I equated them and I got the original value. Now from this original value, the 2 years depreciation to be subtracted. First was 4,000, second was 3,600. So total depreciation is 4,000 plus 3,600, that is 7,600. So cost at the end of the second year will be 40,000 minus 7,600, and this is your rate after 2 years. 2 years, 7,600 of the rate of value was depreciated, means decreased. Now the question is find the cost at the end of the third year. You know that rate of depreciation is 10%. You take this 3 rupees 3 to 32,400 to be the principal for the third year. Again 10% is depreciation into 1. That is after finding the rate, this is rupees 3240, and because it is depreciation, you are going to subtract it. So subtract rupees 3240 from the given amount, and that is your final amount at the end of the third year, or cost at the end of the third year. Children, this type of questions are very, very important. They are day-to-day practical application, and this question is important. You will get in compulsory, but more likely to be in choice section. So I hope you have followed. These 3-4 questions will make a base for the exercise. They are important and others are similar, and if you have any problem, you know where to send it. Then come to question number 10. I'll give you a little hint about this question. Find the sum invested at 10% CI. So let the sum be X. Let the sum be rupees X. Let the sum be rupees X. Question number 10. Let the sum be rupees X, and he says that 10% is the rate. So I will take the rate to be 10%. Sum is rupees, suppose the sum is rupees X, let, and rate given is 10%. Then I will read the question. He says that the interest for third year exceeds the interest for first year. That means I have to go to third year, find SI1, X into 10 upon 100 into 1, that is X upon 10. So amount 1 will be X plus X by 10, that is 11X over 10. Then SI2, you all know all these things now, so I don't have to tell again and again. This is 11X upon 100, or amount 2 will be 11X upon 100 plus X, that is 11X upon 100 plus X is 100X upon 100. That is your second whatever you say. Then it will be 121X upon 100. Amount 2 is 121X upon 100. Then you come to third part, that is 11X upon 10. Then third is SI3, 121X upon 100 into 10 upon 100 into 1. and again you get your required answer. This is 121x upon 1000, and what will be the amount? Amount is 121x upon 100 plus 121x upon 1000, whatever. But they have asked me according to question that simple interest for third year exceeds the simple interest of first year by rupees 52. By rupees 252. 252. Simple interest, that means compound interest for the third year minus compound interest for the first year is rupees 252. Just substitute the values, and after you substitute the values you will get 121x upon 1000 minus 11x upon 10 is equal to 252, and children, this will give you the value of x. Simple interest, the interest of the third year exceeds the interest for the first year by 252. This is according to question. This is your required answer. Please understand the language. I don't need to find amount 3. Don't waste your time. You don't need to leave it. You need till amount 2, so I have done till amount 2. I hope you have got it. Then come to 11th and 12th. Again the same sum, same type of sum. Little difference of the language, but a very easy sum. So I'll just discuss both of them, or I'll give you the hint for the 11th and do the 12th one. For example, a man borrows rupees 12,000. So principal borrow means principal rupees 10,000, and rate is given to be 10%. And what he says further, that at the end of each year he pays back, and pays back I have already made you understand. Little difference, pays back 20% of the amount. So you find amount first. Let us type 10,000 into 10 upon 100 into 1. This is 10,000, and your amount 1 will be 10,000. 10,000 plus 1,000, that is 11,000. Out of this amount he pays back. This pays back, I have already told you, 20% of it. He pays back, so you are left with 2,200. Pays back, you have to subtract it. This I have already told you so many times. From 11,000 you subtract 2,200, and that will be your principal for the second year. So children, I hope you have understood that you have to subtract the payback, because he has paid back after every year how much? 20% of the amount. So my amount was 11,000. I took out 20% of it and subtracted from the amount which I got in the first step. That became my principal for the second step. Similarly in second case, and so on. The only difference between question number 12 and question number 11 is that in 11 question he pays back. Please come along with me. A man borrows 10,000 at 10% CI. At the end of each year he pays back 30% of the sum borrowed. So that in that case, in question number 11, I am just giving you the hint. You will pay back how much he said? 30%. That means 30% of the sum borrowed. That means 10,000. In both the case, payback, in first case, in 12th sum, the payback was 20% of the amount. So I took out amount, but in the 11th sum, it is 30% of the principal sum borrowed. Please be careful about the language, and underline also question number 11. And you can just read with me. A man borrows 10,000 at 10% CI compounded yearly. At the end of each year he pays back. Please underline it. 30% of the sum borrowed means 30% of the principal. And in question number 12, please go to the second line. At the end of each year he pays back 20% of the amount. So you have to find out amount first, then subtract. That will become the principal for the second year, and so on, and that is your language of the question. So children, this is exercise 2C. Almost all types I have discussed. Then also, whenever there is problem, if you have any doubts, your teacher is always there for you. Remember that. Thank you so much. Next video I will give you the hints of exercise 2D, and now then you do these 4 exercises very nicely and be ready for the exam. Thank you so much children. Have a good day. So students, I am back with the hints and solutions of exercise 2D. Again, compound interest without using formula. I'll give you the hints of some typical sums and then we are finished with this chapter. Coming to exercise 2D, question number 1 you have done before also. What sum will amount to rupees? Please read along with me. Exercise 2D, question number 1, page number 38. What sum will amount to rupees 6,593.40 in 2 years at CI if the rates are 10% and 11%? You know that rates are successive here. 10% and 11% means rates successive. Rates are successive, 10% and 11%. A successive word I have made you understand. So we'll start with the question. I have to find the sum. Let the sum be P, or you can, if you want to go, let it be rupees X. SI1, X into 10 into 1 upon 100. Then amount, of course, whatever the amount for the first year will become the principal for the second year. So that is P2. Again P2 into, now the rate will be 11 because it is given successive. Only this question, this thing I have to make you understand. Otherwise also, this type of sum we have done before also. So see children, 11x into 11 into 1 upon 100. I got the simple interest, or you can say compound interest with the second year, or SI2. A2 will be P2 plus interest, and that is your amount 2, or the amount for the second year. Then according to question, amount for the second year as given in the question is 6593.40. Since both are the amount for the second year, one it is given in the question and one I calculated according to the formula, and equating that I got the answer rupees 5,400, and this you have to do in the rough column. Please calculate it, 2 times check it, then only you go for the next question. I think it is very easy now. Successive rates, an amount for the 2 years, so I went till 2 year. Both the amounts for the same question, same principle, so this is the answer. Then coming to the next part of this question chapter, that is question number 2, a little different sum, but a easy one, little language difference. You have not done that before, so I'm going to discuss it with you people. It is the value of machine depreciate by 10% per year during the first 2 years. First 2 years, the depreciation was 10%. Depreciation means decrease. First 2 years it was 10%, and third year it was 15%. First and second year 10%. So I have to find on the, he says find the total depreciation. That means I have to find on 100. I let the value of machine be rupees 100. Depreciation in first year, 100 minus 10% of 100. That will give you 90. And again, second also, depreciation on the next value, 90 minus 10% of 90, and that will give you 81. But the third was 15% of the amount, so 81 minus 15% of 81, and I calculated this became 68.85. Different type of sum on 100. First I calculated 10% for the first year. It was 10% for the second year also, but I calculated on the value left after first year. Then this was 81, again value left after second year, but it was 15%, so this is your 68.85. He asked me total depreciation. For total depreciation, you add all the three, whatever the sum of the last of all the three, that is depreciation of third year, to be subtracted from 100. That will give you the total depreciation as percent during the 3 years. Total depreciation as percent during the 3 years you will get after subtracting the final depreciation of third year from 100. This is the total depreciation in percentage. So I have wrote the answer percentage. Question is different, not very important, but it can come. You must know the language how to do it. Then come to question number 3. Again I want to explain the language only. Rachna borrows rupees. I think it is question number 4th I have done. Third is same, I have already discussed. Third and fourth are same, and fourth I am doing it now. Question number 4, page 38. I'll go through the question. You come along and read with me. On a certain sum of money, so I suppose the sum to be rupees X. Let the sum be rupees X. He says that invested at the rate of 10% per annum compounded annually, the interest for first year plus the interest for third year. Please add it, interest of first year to be added to the interest of third year, and that is given equal to 2652. So taking x and rate to be 10%, I started with the sum SI1, that is compound interest for first year, x by 10, amount for the first year will become the principal for the second year. So P2 into 1 into 10 upon 100, again amount 2, which will become the principal for the third year. I went till 3 because amount, they have in the question they have said that simple interest or the compound interest of the third year minus the compound interest of the first year, not minus, it is addition, simple interest for the third year plus the simple interest I am reading because the formula of simple interest has been taken. Otherwise, when we calculate year wise, you know that it is compound interest. So compound interest of third year plus compound interest of first year is equal to rupees 2652. You add the two, do the calculation, and it is your required answer. Children, it is very easy and very important, both for compulsory as well as choice section. Question number 4, page 38. I calculate the compound interest for first year, then for second year, then for third year. Then according to question, I applied the condition. The condition was that simple compound interest for first year plus compound interest for third year, add the two is equal to given, that is 2652, and that is your required answer after calculating. Then come to question number 6 also. This is little difference. I'll give you the hint. A question very important for the paper. They have said that you find the difference between SI and CI when sum is not given, but the difference has been given. So first I will find the SI, then CI. For SI, the simple formula you use, P into R into T, where T will be taken to be 2 years, because principal I have taken, let principal for both is rupees X. So calculating simple interest at rate of 8% for 2 years. So simple interest I am taking X into 8 into 2 upon 20, and I calculated 4X by 25 after calculating or after simplifying, got this. Then on the same data, compound interest without using formula, and you know for compound interest without using formula, now I take time to be 1, 1. For simple interest 1 means compound interest for first year is equal to X into 8 upon 100 into 1. This is 2X upon 25. Then amount 1, which will become the principal for the second year, and compound interest for the second year again I calculated. This was 54X upon 625. Now total compound interest will be SI1 and SI2. You will add it. So I added SI1 plus SI2. That is total compound interest. That means 2X upon 25 plus 54X upon 625. And you know that I have told you before also that compound interest is greater than simple interest for same data. So compound interest minus simple interest, it is given equal to 64. It is given in the question that the interest per annum compound annually be rupees 64 in 2 years. So I took it, the difference between compound interest and simple interest to be 64. Substitute the values, simplify, and that will give you X, which is the principal for both the schemes, simple interest as well as compound interest. This is simple interest, so I took the time 2 completely, but when I calculated compound interest, I took the time unit wise, because in compound interest without using formula, we take the time unit wise, and whatever the amount for the first year will become the principal for the second year. Then come to question number 9th, and of course the last question. Again I will give you hints for these two sums also. Question number 9, you see, Ashok borrowed rupees 12,000 at some rate. So rate is not given, children. In this question rate has been not given. So principal, question number 9, let or the given P is equal to rupees 12,000. Let rate be R%, and he says pays back. Now you must be familiar with this word, 8,000 at end of rupees 8,000 at end of first year. first year. So this is the question. SI1 compound interest for first year is equal to 12,000 into R into 1 upon 100, or this is 120 R. So A1 will be 12,000 plus 120 R. But you know that 8,000 has been given back. So my final amount will be, you subtract 8,000. 8,000 is given back? No, 4,000 has been given out, children. 4,000 has been given out at the end. So this will be 8,000 plus 120 R, which will become principal for the second year. And this is the only thing which I wanted to discuss with you. Don't be worried. To take out SI2 now, 8,000 plus 120 R. Since you don't know R, let it be R into 1 upon 100. And in question, this compound interest, that is SI2 for the second year, is given equal to 920. So this is my question, and this will help you to find R. Calculations are little difficult, but once you will do, it will be easy. So you multiply, this will be 120 R square plus 8,000 R. Please don't forget to put the principal in the bracket, because this whole is principal. This whole is principal. Amount for the first year will become the principal for the second year. R is equal to 920,000, 92 and 920 into 100, and this will become your quadratic form. 120 R square plus 8,000 R minus 192,000 is equal to 0. Take 40 common. You will left with 3 R square. 200 R minus 2300. You can do it. The calculations, once you will do it on the rough column, you will understand everything. I'll make you clear it because the equation is little bigger. So 40 will go there and become 0. You are left with 3R square plus 200 R minus 2300 is equal to 0. Your sum should be 200. Your product should be minus 2300 into 3, that is minus 6900. So you can take it, children, 3R square plus 230R minus 230R. When you multiply, you will get the product also. 2300 is equal to 0. Take R common, 3R plus 230. 10 common, 3R again plus 230, because minus outside, you know some product we have been doing, and 3R is equal to minus 230, which is not possible, not valid, because R cannot be negative. R is not equal to negative. So R is equal to 10% is your required answer. The question is very easy. Little difficulty of calculations which I have done. You do it 2 or 3 times in the rough column. Try to find it yourself, compare with it, and the question is totally in your control. Now last sum, again a very easy one. The total concept of the chapter of finding the rate. Whenever you have to find the rate, you know that you have to subtract the successive years, and the difference upon the first is equal to 100. Same wise I'll write the this equation in the data form, this language in the data form. On a certain sum of money, question number 10, page number 39, exercise 2D, on a certain sum of money lent out at interest for first, second and third year. For compound interest for first year is 1500. Please don't forget to mention rupees. Then for second year, it is rupees 1725, and for third year, it is rupees 2070. So they have asked me to find the rate for second year. Children, I have already given this to you. Just doing it with you again, you find the difference 1725 minus 1500, that is, and rate will be equal to 225 upon the first one into 100. This I have explained before also. So first rate is 15%. Similarly, rate for third year if I have to find, then again the difference between the third year and second year. You have to be always in the successive years. You cannot find between SI1 and SI3 because they are consecutive years. I want successive means one after other. So 6 minus 2, 4, 9 minus 7, 2, 245. Then the rate for the third year will be 245 upon the first one. 1725 into 100. Do the calculation and that is your required result. So when you calculate, you will get around 20%. You do it, 5 4 are 20, 5 9 are 45, 5 2 3 are 15, 5 4 are 20, 5 9 are 49, and this is 5 9 5 are 25, and when you calculate it, that is your required answer, and this is how you will get it. And 5 20s are, so I have done it, but children, this is your field because calculations is the only thing which you have to get perfect yourself. Multiply, divide, plus, minus, you have been learning since, first standard. And only the way I can tell you, but to be perfect in calculation, the only thing is practice. Because practice is the only thing in maths which makes you perfect. The more you practice, the more it is good for you. So thank you children. I have given you the hints of all the 4 exercises. Please do these exercises. This question chapter is important for the first term as well as for the pre-boards, boards, and you will get question from this exercise. So do your best and send your doubts. Thank you so much. Have a good day. Thank you so much.